Hello Mustangs! Today we're going to talk about logging into the portal because it's the first thing you'll do as a student at Midwestern State University. Alright, so first things first, you want to make sure that you are at the portal page. You're welcome to start from Midwestern State's homepage and click over, or you could just type it directly in. Either way, you're going to end up at my.mwsu.edu, which you can see right there. Okay. Now, your username and your password all follow a default format. If you ever forget what it is, there's actually a good way to find it. If you go to Login Help and then Student Logins, you can come straight over here to Student Logins and try the MSU Username Builder. It's pretty much 99% accurate. This is how the system builds the usernames based on the data entered. If you want, you can just wing it. Go over to Login Help and then go to Student Logins and Graphic Help, and there's a little graphic guide here. As you can see, your username is going to be your first initial, your middle initial if you have one, and then your last name, followed by your birth month and birthday. Now, you'll see on the infographic over here that your password is going to be your Mustang's ID number, starting with a capital M, and then the numbers and an exclamation point. Please note that it's your entire MSU ID number, not just the first 6 digits. Okay, so now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and go log in. Okay. Now this is actually not going to be my first time logging in, so my password will be different. There we go. Oh, unless of course I need to reset it. This is actually a pretty good example of what happens when your new password doesn't work. There's actually a reset password link right here. Okay. And then I'm going to enter some answers here that you're not going to be able to see by the time I finish editing this video, but you'll get the idea of answering security questions. By the way, your first time that you log in, you're going to be asked 5 security questions. Please answer them. You may either answer them the way that they are asked, using the actual answers, or you can just pick one really weird word that you're going to make sure to remember for all of the answers. It really doesn't matter to us what you pick because we never see it over in IT. You just make sure and pick something you can remember. Okay, time to pick a new password. Make sure if you're picking a new password that you use both capital and lowercase letters. Make sure you use at least one number and at least one special character. So like anything on the number line when you hit shift, those are special characters. Use those. Okay, let's make sure this works. Uh-oh, typing error. By the way, when you see that, that means that when you repeated, you didn't do it correctly. Let's try this again. You're getting to see all the errors today. It's actually really good for learning. So the good news is that if you run into this and you can't find your way out, you're not alone. You can actually call us over in IT at the help desk like I would be doing right now. I'm actually just going to come right back over and go ahead and log in because you don't need to look at that email in order to log in. All right. And there we go. Perfect. Now, once you're in the portal, you'll see a quick launch toolbar on the side. This is probably one of the most important tools for your entire academic career here. As you can see, I've already clicked and dragged from down here on the launch pad up to my favorites. You can add things to your favorites, or you can just navigate from the launch pad. Either way, it's all in the quick launch bar, and basically this is just a nice shortcut to get you into all the different user interfaces for students, so you can do whatever you have to do. For example, Desire to Learn is going to be for distance learners or people whose classes have online course components. So if your teacher says, hey, there's a quiz up in D2L, this is where you're going to go. All right. Banner Web World is super important. That handles all of your contact information, class registration, transcripts, I mean, all of it. I'll probably do a separate walkthrough for Banner because it's kind of a big deal. Gmail over here is just a direct link to your student email. And OrgSync is kind of fun. This is where all the student organizations have their own pages. You can see what events they have coming up. You can try to join. You can even just contact the student leaders of those organizations if you have questions about them. So all really good stuff here. Of course, in your Launchpad, you'll also see some other tools such as library account and library databases. We're going to go over those in a later video. Okay, well, that's all I have on Portal for today. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. You can use helpdesk@mwsu.edu. That'll work just fine. Of course, you can always call our help desk number too. That's 940-397-4278, and we are always happy to help. So if you don't get a hold of us the first try, leave a message and we'll call you back ASAP. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day.